Forgive me, guys, why I have these sunglasses on. The reason is because of the poor lighting that's in this room. I had to set up a lamp basically right next to the stand, and it's blasting my eyes. My eyes are bad enough as they are, bad eyesight and all that, so I'm going to be wearing sunglasses. And since I got these sunglasses at RTX, they fit right over my regular glasses, so it's pretty dang awesome. Anyway, with that aside, what I'm going to be talking about in this in-depth look is basically the RWBY Volume 2 trailer. The actual trailer that was shown, put on the interwebs at about the time RTX was going on. As well as me, I'm going to be giving you some insight that I got from the RWBY panel at RTX. But let's get started. And also, just to let you guys know, I know you guys have commented about this a lot, but I don't have an actual script for this one. I just got a notebook full of notes. So I'm going to be following it as best as I can and trying not to say anyway. Let's try not to say anyway a lot. I've already said it twice now. Moving on. So at the beginning of the trailer, we got Ozpin and this other guy, and they're discussing something. You know, the guy's all like, "Do you think your children are really prepared to go to war?" And then Ozpin is all like, "Well, I hope they never have to." Now, who is this guy? Now, some people may think, oh, maybe he's Weiss's father. You know, he kind of has that elegant posture, you know, kind of look to him. But actually, now, he may also be Weiss's father, for all we know, but he is the, I would guess, a CEO or great inventor of robots, because he was seen in the intro sequence when he's in the robot squad, where Penny's there, and then there's robots and some military-looking dudes. And then also, later on in the trailer, he's seen presenting some new type of robot. But we're going to be getting to that later. So, he seems more of like he's a big, powerful businessman. And obviously, you know, big, powerful businessmen know the headmaster of schools that train warriors. So, they probably butt heads on the sense that Ozpin is more in the way of thinking that human warriors, they're good, and that guy's more like technology-esque, where it's like, oh, we can use robots and giant mechs and giant guns and stuff like that. Because that, you know, worked in the past in other series so well. Next in the trailer is sort of Blake's soliloquy, if you will. She's basically stating that, you know, stuff's going down and nobody seems to be paying attention to it. And Weiss, you know, she's there saying, you know, we're not ready. But then again, when is a hero ever ready to take on the baddies that he's forced to take on? I mean, Star Wars, Harry Potter, Legend of Zelda, you name it. It's like, we always got a hero that's just kind of thrust into being a hero. And what Blake is talking about is a lot like the song, Now It's Time to Say Goodbye. If you want to see me talking about that, you know, link down below. Also, we got RWBY saying that this is the second semester of the school year. I guess the first year. The second semester of their first year at Beacon Academy. And as we know, the Vinyl Festival is going to be going on, so they're going to have transfer students coming in. We've already seen one of those, being Sun Wukong. And as we know, there's going to be parades and a tournament and dances. It actually shows a dance in the trailer. You know, we got a nice shot of people in dresses and tuxes dancing and such. And we had a very distraught-looking Pyrrha walking away from John. Now here's just a little thing I got going on in my head. In the first volume, Pyrrha was a lot like the caring friend to Jean. You know, I care for you, I want to help you become a better fighter, stuff like that. So, kind of friend zone going on there. And maybe in Volume 2, Pyrrha kind of wants to take that a little bit further, you know, want to actually have a relationship with Jean, and, you know, Jean kind of being the naive guy he is, maybe he will flat out not understand. Maybe he'll say no, because what Pyrrha, she looked rather distraught, like, at Jean, and Jean looking that way. I've been in that position a lot, once, but I know how it feels, where it's like there's a girl, feelings you don't understand or cannot compute, so sadness happens. After that, it then switches over to Ozpin, and he's, you know, Glenda Goodwitch is there, and she's saying that they're supposed to be the defenders of the world, and Ozpin then says that they should basically have their youthful ideals because they can't have them forever. The actual quote is, "This is a role that they won't have forever. The role is being children, you know, being carefree, stuff like that." So, and the way he delivers it is just awesome, because it makes me think that when he was a student at Beacon, his team, his friends were kind of flung into a war, into a battle sequence where he wasn't ready, and it kind of destroyed his childhood. So he kind of wants to preserve that for future generations. Or he knows that a war is coming, and that he wants them to be kids, be carefree as long as possible before they're going to have to grow up and be the warriors, be the adults. Because honestly, childhood is fun, and being an adult sucks. I mean, honestly. And then, of course, after that, it's basically just non-stop, like, swoosh, swoosh, action. Whoa, 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 going to one thing, going to another. So I'm basically just going to break it down into the key visual things that I saw that I think are going to be important in the series. First off, we have the same guy from the beginning of the trailer, the executive robot guy, and he's showing off a new type of robot. These robots are bigger, and they're white, and they come out of capsules, kicking down the older models. And those older models were actually the ones that were used in the black trailer on the train. So maybe, due to that fiasco, they were like, oh, we need a more advanced robot that's better at fighting and defending stuff. So they're getting rid of old robots, bringing in new ones that are probably more soldier-esque rather than security. We saw, you know, a white fang, grouping, rally, that's the word. You know, they're all like, oh, Faunus power, stuff like that. Yeah, but in the bad way. And then they unveil the Metal Gear. The giant Metal Gear / Mantis / Freckles robot mech that has the White Fang symbol on it, and it's pretty dang scary. It's like huge. So, boss battle. Definitely boss battle. Alright, now I'm kind of going to be jumping back and forth between some things. They're not going to really be in chronological order, but they go together during the trailer. So, it shows a scene where RWBY is like running against walls, jumping back and forth using her semblance of speed, and she's chasing Penny for some reason. And like she like full on grabs her like she's gonna tackle her. Why? That's what I'm thinking. I mean, Penny is important. I know that, and the reason is, why would RWBY be chasing her and like trying to tackle her? Why would Penny be running away from RWBY is the real question, because, you know, Penny is kind of that awkward, oh, we're friends now, buddy, stuff like that. So why would you be running away from your only friend? That's the real question. But after that, there's another segment where it shows RWBY, she's in the street, and then Penny pushes her out of the way because there's an oncoming truck, and she goes into the, you know, stop motion, like she's going to stop it. That once again reinforced my idea that she's a robot, cyborg, android thing. Cybernetic enhancements, I don't really know, because obviously I'm pretty sure that when that comes, she's going to be stopping that truck. Like, it's going to be like crunch, flip, crash, awesome stuff like that. Another big thing, we see that Yang enters a building and she has a new outfit on. Now, I'm not sure if this is going to be like a permanent change to her outfit, or if it's just there for a second, like that scene. Once again, it's not really explained in the trailer, but she walks into an area, and then there's a bunch of guns pointed at her. And then, the very next frame, it's like there for like basically a second. It shows Junior's henchmen all pointing guns at her. They're the ones pointing the guns at her. So, that tells me Yang is going to be going back to the club, Junior's club, from the yellow trailer to maybe interrogate Junior on something, because we know Junior, he's going to be coming back. He was in the intro sequence, so maybe he's once again an information broker. So she's going to be going to him, going to need to, you know, break some skulls in there again to get some information out of him. I'm hoping so, because that'd be freaking awesome. And speaking of Yang, it almost looks like during one sequence that it's a tournament-style duel. It looks like Yang is fighting Weiss. Now, I'm not sure how the tournament rules are going to be done, but a teammate fighting a teammate doesn't really sound practical to me, because it's like you're supposed to be working together, and I know you're supposed to know your team's weaknesses, your teammates' weaknesses and such, but still, I mean that's kind of cruel if you ask me. And later on in the trailer, it shows that Pyrrha is actually fighting Cardin in the tournament-style duel. Now, for all you guys who may or may not have seen a leaked video a couple weeks ago where it was about a minute and a half, and it showed Pyrrha fighting Mercury in the tournament, Mercury being one of the side henchmen to Cinder. They were fighting each other in the tournament. So, either Pyrrha fighting Cardin is after that, or Pyrrha wipes the floor with Cardin. That one, the second one, the latter, being the most likely. I mean, I really hope she breaks his legs. I'm sorry, but it would just be sweet, sweet fan justice if they actually put that in there where Cardin gets his legs broken by either Pyrrha or Nora. It would just be funny to me. Another big thing, it shows that Beowulfs are running through the streets of Vale. So, this shows that the Grimm is going to be coming back in force, and it's actually going to invade the city somehow. We don't know how that somehow is going to happen, but it's shown that it's going to happen. So our heroes are going to be dealing with the White Fang, Cinder and her cronies, Torchwick, Junior and his cronies, giant Metal Gear mech, and the Creatures of Grimm. I sure am glad that they have, there's like 5 teams of students that are going to be fighting, because that is a lot of bad guys. Also in scenes, it shows that Sun Wukong and Blake are chasing the Metal Gear mech through the streets. They're like jumping off cars, just running away from it, running with it, like following it, jumping off of rooftops and such. So obviously it's going to be a big problem, and Sun Wukong and Blake, they're going to have to fight it eventually. Also, it shows a scene where Blake, she's doing awesome like fight scene, flail, flip-de-doos and such with her weapons, and it's giving off like purple laser streaks. And then after she's done, there's explosions all around her. So, is that a part of her semblance, or her aura, or her weapon, where she can make laser extensions with her weapons? I don't know, it just looked cool to me, and it got the wheels turning, if you know what I'm talking about. And then lastly, last thing I really want to talk about is that it shows one of the characters from Sun's team riding on the back of Yang's motorcycle. And for all of you who don't know, his name is Neptune. He's got blue hair, and he's got the cool gun type thing. which I honestly think is maybe some sort of ion rifle, EMP rifle, something like that, because he charged it up and it gave off a blue electronic power up thingy. I'm not sure what his melee attacks are going to be, but we do know what his ranged weapon is. Or maybe he's just a strict ranged person, who knows? Maybe he's an expertise in taking out electronics because it's an EMP gun. I mean, that would make sense, since Sun Wukong's kind of the brawler, and maybe Neptune is like his ranged buddy. Boom! Mid-video costume change. Yeah, I'm recording this on a different day. The most exciting thing for me from the RWBY panel at RTX was 12 episodes. Alright, Volume 1 only had 10 episodes. Volume 2 is going to have 12 episodes, each of them being at least 12 minutes long. But they didn't stop there. They said there's going to be extra things. So, by extra things, what do they mean? I don't know. Maybe they will make like PSA type episode video things that they do for Red vs. Blue, or maybe it'll be about something completely different, kind of like mini adventures or something. Also, at the panel, they showed off the first episode of Volume 2, so I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about it. I'm just going to tease you a little bit. I know it's kind of mean, but it'll just whet your appetite. So, in the first episode, they introduce Emerald, Mercury, and Neptune. All new characters. They got, you know, lines, they got plot going on, a lot of plot-related things going on with Mercury and Emerald, what they're kind of doing. I'm just going to leave it at that. So basically, new characters are being introduced right off the bat in the first episode. And how they did the first episode is perfect. They got a little bit of mystery, they got puns, and they even got a fight. They got a fight in the first episode. Real cool, intense fight. I can't wait to see you guys watch it. Well, I won't be seeing you watch it, but I'll probably see your reactions on the YouTube comments down below when you finally see it. And I think with that, I'm going to have to end this episode here, guys. Like and favorite if you enjoyed. Subscribe, of course. Once again, the question and answer special is going to be coming up soon. All questions, put them down below in the comments. Ask me about anything at all. I'm still going to be doing a few RWBY reviews before it comes out on the 24th. So I hope I'll see you guys when those get out. And RWBY Volume 2 is coming. I'll see you.